Hey everyone, good morning to you. Thanks for being with us for a CBS 8 Plus extended forecast. I'm Evan Irani. Finally, the wet weather starting to clear its way out to the east of us. We're left with some scattered showers for our Friday, but otherwise the brunt of this storm came down last night, yesterday evening into early this morning. That was where the majority of our rain was found. When we look at your forecast for this afternoon, we're coming in at about 62 degrees. Temperatures are still on the cooler side of average. Today is acting more of a day of transition away from the wet conditions that we saw over the last about 3 days to drier skies. So it's not going to happen, in that quick of a period of time. Today, Friday, is still that day of transition. However, by Saturday and Sunday, we're back to dry skies, sunshine out there, shouldn't have much trouble. We added on to our rain totals, 92/100ths of an inch so far this month. So it brings us to near average for our rain totals for February. It's just February though. We were way below normal on our January, December, November, October totals. So it doesn't really help us a ton when it comes to our water year so far, but it at least adds something, and that's what we need. We did break some records out there in other parts of Southern California. February 13th, wettest February 13th on record for Big Bear, Palm Springs, Ramona, Riverside, and San Diego. Not at the International Airport where it matters. That's where our official monitoring site is. However, at Montgomery Field, we saw 1.14 inches of rain come down, breaking a record set back in 2003. In Riverside, that record was set back in 1980. It was shattered, got an additional about 0.3 of an inch yesterday. Let's take a look at what we have left. There's not much. We have a few more showers on tap for today, and then that chance for wet weather starts to diminish for the weekend all the way through next week. Totals came in just about exactly what we expected, which is heaviest accumulations up around North County, lightest accumulations the farther south you go. Those heavy accumulations up north were to the tune of 1 to 3 inches. The lighter accumulations that we saw down south were under anticipated totals. We originally expected that to be closer to about an inch and maybe an inch and a half. Instead, they saw about 3/4 of an inch toward a good amount of our South Bay locations. But you can see what that looked like on satellite radar and how we just have a few scattered showers left. We got temperatures warming up as we get through the next several days. You can see how the weekend's shaping up really nicely. Valentine's Day plans, we were suggesting that you keep them indoors. I'd say that suggestion still stands, as if you want the guarantee of dry skies, you're gonna have to be indoors. But if you're willing to risk it, hey, be my guest. We've got temperatures going into the 60s for pretty much every day moving forward. Couple low 70s out there across our inland valleys, including Sunday. A lot of these models favor overcast skies, but I'd say instead what we'll hold on to is mostly cloudy skies. There's still an expectation that by Sunday we'll get at least a bit of the sun peeking through. Across the mountains and deserts, a wind advisory remains, so it's still breezy. It's still on the cooler side of average today. But we're getting back to that normal range by Saturday and Sunday. And then all the way through next week, there is no expectation of any wet weather in the forecast. We're staying completely dry out there. So this storm did just about what we expected it to do. Still some trouble out there on the roads in terms of pooling and ponding. Didn't come down at a dramatic rate, so we didn't see any flash flooding, which was a fantastic thing. We do not want to see that flash flooding, but we did see some aerial flooding, which is a rising of creeks, rivers, streams. That's typical. As we head through the next several days, we'll continue to see the ground dry out, the grass, the soil, the pavement included, and we'll be moving toward much drier conditions, and what we would typically expect for this would be these kind of stretches in between of drier skies, and that's what we'll get here. Right now, no foresight really into when our next opportunity for rain will be. We hope this is not our last. We hope that we have more in our future, but of course, through the next 7 days, it looks like we'll be staying dry out there. More is on our website at cbs8.com/weather. Remember to download the free CBS 8 streaming channel on Roku TV, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Have a good one.